Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. Now, I've seen quite a few people, certainly not the majority, but a loud minority, who are warning that Dillian Whyte is going to beat Moses Itauma when they fight on August 16th. They're saying people are being very foolish in writing Dillian Whyte off. Well, to clarify my position, and I've already made it very clear previously, to be fair, but for those who haven't heard me articulate my position, it is this. Of course, Dillian Whyte has a chance in this fight because of his experience, his punching power, and his fighting heart. At the end of the day, Moses Itauma is just a prospect. So a tough old vet beating a prospect wouldn't be the greatest upset of all time. It would be an upset, yes, and we'll come on to that. But it certainly wouldn't be Mike Tyson Buster Douglas. Mike Tyson, when he lost that fight, was undisputed heavyweight champion. Anyway, Paddy Power, for example, have got Moses Itauma as a 12-1 favorite. Some people think that's wild, given the lack of experience for him and the depth of experience for Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is going off at 13-2 against. So for those who are not familiar with betting odds or this particular format of betting odds, because they use a different format in the United States, Itauma being 12-1 on means you've got to bet 12 pounds or dollars in order to get one back. And with Dillian Whyte, you put 2 pounds on or $2 on, you get 13 back. So Itauma is a massive favorite with the bookmakers here. And so I would advise those who are adamant that Dillian Whyte is going to win to put their money where their mouth is. If you're that confident, then you stand to gain massively here if you put a bet down. And when it comes to rounds betting, you get even more crazy odds. So for example, Dillian Whyte is 90-1 against, obviously, to win in the first round. And from rounds 7 to 12, in any one of those rounds, Dillian Whyte is 100-1 to win by stoppage or knockout. So you could literally put £1 on Dillian Whyte winning on every round in this fight, and Dillian Whyte winning on points is 16-1, which is nowhere near as good odds, obviously, as the rounds betting. But if you fancy that Dillian Whyte is going to stop Itauma, you can literally put £1 on every round. So you've got all bases covered, and you've only put £12 out there, right? But if the bet comes off, you'd win £90 if Dillian Whyte wins in the first, £75 in the second, 60 in the third, 60 in the fourth, 66 in the fifth, 80 in the sixth, and as I say, £100 in any round from that point on. Because the odds for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are 100-1 for Dillian Whyte winning by knockout or stoppage in any one of those rounds. So if you're that confident, how could you not bet with odds like this? Do you know what I mean? In fact, even if you're not confident, the odds might be too tempting to pass up on. And I have to figure that the closer we get to the fight, the shorter the odds are going to get. So the best value will be right now. Now, obviously, I'm going to put a disclaimer out here. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. To borrow Dwyer's disclaimer, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. But yeah, very big odds for an Itauma victory. I think the bookies have got it right. I think Itauma's going to win this fight by stoppage inside 6 rounds. In other words, I don't think Dillian Whyte will see the bell for round number 7. Betting on Itauma winning the fight is pretty much unbettable because the odds are so poor. He's such a heavy favorite. So rounds betting is really the way to go if you want to bet on Itauma. You put some money down on a particular round or several rounds even. Betting on Itauma by KO as a method of victory, not great odds, 1-4. So you got to put 4 on to get 1 back. Itauma on points, however, is 9-2. So put 2 on, get 9 back. But is this fight really going to go the distance? I'd be surprised. No matter who wins, I think it's going to be by stoppage or knockout. I'm not completely ruling out a points fight, especially if somebody injures their hand, like let's say Itauma injures his hand, suffers a scare, a knockdown or whatever. Okay, it's conceivable it could go the distance, but I think that is the least likely scenario. I think whoever wins this fight, they're going to do it inside the distance. I'm maybe 90% sure of that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about these betting odds in the comment section below. Do you think these odds make sense? Or do you think they're selling Dillian Whyte massively short and therefore are providing a tremendous opportunity here for gamblers to make money? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop and download all my podcasts in high quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android, because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.